Welcome on the bold topics in series of Ambedkarism. Talking someone's side and presenting it properly is called pleading for someone's in common parlance. Baba Saheb Dr. Ambedkar, the architect of the Indian Constitution, was also a well-known lawyer. He not only advocated for his clients but also advocated the democratic values of equality, liberty, and fraternity. Therefore, he is counted among the best lawyers in the world even today. Dr. Ambedkar studied law with one goal in mind. He worked with that goal throughout his life. He chose the profession of advocacy not for professional excellence or advancement, but to provide justice to the approximately 6 crore untouchables and oppressed Dalits of India at that time. In 1930, after graduation from Bombay's Elphinstone College, Baba Saheb went to Columbia University in America for higher education. For this, he got financial help from Sayajirao Gaikwad, Maharaj of Baroda. In return for this financial aid, he chose to enter into the agreement with the royal family of Baroda that after completing his studies in America, he would have to work under the Baroda government. He reached America in the year 1930. In America, he was introduced to various thinkers and their ideologies from all over the world. The goal of life became clear to him during his studies in America. It is mentioning in many places that they used to study for 80 hours a day. During this period, he studied economics, sociology, political science, ethics, and anthropology. In 1915, he obtained an MA degree after submitting a thesis on ancient trade of India. In 1960, he submitted his thesis on national dividend of India. The more Dr. Ambedkar was studying, the more this hunger for reading and knowledge was increasing. He asked for permission from Maharaj Sayajirao Gaikwad of Baroda to pursue further studies. He got that permission. After this, he went to London to pursue higher education in economics and law. He enrolled in the London School of Economics to study economics, while he enrolled in Greece into study law. In 1970, the Baroda government scholarship ended and regretfully had to leave his studies midway. Meanwhile, his family was facing financial difficulties. In view of this situation, Ambedkar decided to return to India. As per the contract, he started working for the Baroda government. There he had to face extreme caste discrimination from other employees. He even faced difficulties in finding a place to live in Baroda. Then he decided to return back to Bombay. Ambedkar wrote in his autobiography about his experience of working with the Baroda government. My father had already told me not to work at this place. Perhaps he had an idea of how I would be treated there. Ambedkar reached Bombay at the end of 1970. There he applied for the post of professor at Denham College. Needless to say, he soon became a popular professor there. He also went to teach with great preparation. His preparation was such that even students outside the class would come to listen to this lecture. In 1990, he presented the problems of the untouchables community before the South Broad Commission. On this occasion, everyone got a glimpse of his talent. In 1920, he started a newspaper, Muknaik, with the aim of breaking the plight of the untouchables to the world of officially started advocating for the untouchables. But since the job at Denham College was a government job, there were many restrictions on him. Due to this, he resigned from the post of professor in 1920 and directly jumped into the struggle of Dalit liberation. In the same year, that is 1920, a conference of the outcast was organized in Mangaon. Violence broke out in it. Chhatrapati Shahuji Maharaj has said felt that Baba Saheb would be the leader of the oppressed and the deprived, and this latter proved to be true. By now, Dr. Ambedkar had realized that the issues related to Dalits are very complex, so to work on them, he would have to do advocacy at a personal level and also raise the issue properly in the legislature. Thinking this, he again went to London to obtain a law degree. Even before leaving London in September 1920, he had already established himself as a Dalit leader in India. That is, he was aware of both his challenge and role. Therefore, during his stay in London, he was never inclined towards thinking like drama, opera, theatre. He used to spend most of his time in the library. To live economically, he would always work in London. He would often too hungry so as not to spend money on food, but he would always focus on his studies. As Nadekar was Baba Saheb Ambedkar's roommate in London, he used to say to Ambedkar, "Hey Ambedkar, it is very late in the night. How long will you keep studying? How long will you stay awake? Now take rest, go to sleep." This is mentioned in the biography of Dr. Baba Saheb Ambedkar written by Lieutenant Dhananjay Keer. Ambedkar would reply to his roommate, "Hey, I don't have money to eat and time to sleep. I have to complete my course as soon as possible. There is no other way." This shows how committed Dr. Ambedkar was towards his goal. After completing all the law course in 1922, he was invited to become a member of the bar at Gray's Inn, and Ambedkar becomes a barrister. It is necessary to mention here that Baba Saheb had completed 2 courses at the same time. While studying law at Gray's Inn, he also obtained a higher economics degree at the London School of Economics in 1923. The London School of Economics recognized his thesis and awarded him the degree of Doctor of Science. He became a doctor and a barrister in the same year. How many such lawyers are there in our country whose anniversary of becoming a lawyer is celebrated? You may be surprised to know that last year the Supreme Court of India celebrated the 100th anniversary of Dr. Ambedkar's becoming a lawyer. This was a tribute to the work of Dr. Ambedkar. Although he had to struggle a lot to reach this position 100 years ago, he did not even have the money to apply for membership of the Bar Council of Mumbai. In such a situation, his friend Naval Bhartena gave him Rs 500, then applied for membership of the Bar Council. He got membership on July 4, 1923. They started practicing law from July 5. After completing his law studying, the British government offered Dr. Ambedkar the job of a district judge at a salary of Rs 2500 per month, which was very attractive, but he chose the profession of law. He has mentioned this in his article Bahishkriti Bharat, and in his speeches. According to him, he wanted to work for the interest of Dalits. He has clearly written about this. "I did not accept any government job, including district judge, because there was freedom in practice law independently." Here it must also be noted that the Nizam of Hyderabad had offered him the post of Chief Justice of the state, but he did not accept that offer either. At that time, his legal profession was mainly based on the upper and dominant caste because their caste mostly come from them. He was aware of this, but still he took the risk of practice law. Dhananjay Keer writes about the early day Dr. Ambedkar's advocacy. "In those times, the colors of your skin shone more than your intelligence. The stigma of untouchability, the suppressed status in society, the newness of the profession, and the uncooperative environment around had put his advocacy in a difficult challenge. But he did not lose courage. In these difficult circumstances, he also continued to work in the lower and district court. The coordination of Dr. Ambedkar clients used to be very poor. They are used to be poor agricultural workers or daily wage laborers. Ambedkar used to listen to the cases of these people seriously and try to get them justice. He did not discriminate against these people on the basis of social, economic or religious background. He had opened his doors to provide legal aid to sex workers as well. He did not have any kind of prejudice against anyone. If you think of a lawyer, the image of serious faced person flashes before your eyes. But Baba Saheb, despite being a disciplined and brilliant scholar, behaved very confidently with his clients. He would often even share his food with his clients. Dhananjay Keer has written the biography of Dr. Ambedkar. As soon as Dr. Ambedkar became famous as a lawyer, poor people started coming to him in search of legal help. His heart was painted to see the pain and suffering of the Dalits. He used to fight the cases of the poor for free. At that time, Dr. Ambedkar's house had become a center of hope for the poor. One day, when his wife Ramabai was not at home to clients came, Ambedkar not only fed them lunch but also cooked and served them food at night. He was also adept in the art of cooking. Dr. Ambedkar was chosen to testify before the Simon Commission in 1928 to present the case of Dalit community in society to the British government. On the day he had to give this testimony, he had to present his client's case before the Thane district and session judge in an important case. If Dr. Ambedkar had not been present in that case, perhaps some of his clients would have been sentenced to death. This would have sent a message among the poor and the neglected that Ambedkar did not help at the right time, and they would have regretted this for the rest of their lives. On the other hand, Dr. Ambedkar was in a dilemma that if he did not go to testify before the Simon Commission, he would lose the opportunity to present the suffering of millions of people of the country before the world. In such a situation, I requested the judge to allow the defense to the accused to be present before the prosecution. Usually, the prosecution gives its speech first, but considering Dr. Ambedkar's position, he was allowed to present his side first. In this biography, Dr. Ambedkar, Dhananjay Keer has written the accuracy of the arguments given for the defense, and their confidence were too strong that it is no surprise that most of the accused in those cases were acquitted. However, when the judge was given this decision, Dr. Ambedkar was presenting his view on the condition of Dalit in the country before the Simon Commission. Now a look at the famous cases of Dr. Ambedkar. Dr. K.D. Karve was a famous social reformer of that time. He was trying to create awareness to women's health and sex education. Before independence, it was almost impossible to talk about sex education in India. In many places, it was publicly criticized. Dr. Karve was facing the wrath of the conversating society. A case was filed against him that he was spreading obscenity in the society through his monthly magazine Samaj Swasth. Dr. Ambedkar agreed to fight the case on his behalf. This was in 1934. Through this, Ambedkar gave the message that if a social reformer is alone because of his work, then he is with him. Articles on sex education used to be published in Samaj Swasth magazine. The court asked him what his opinion was on the fact that the information given in the magazine was obscene and distorted. Then Dr. Ambedkar has said, if someone writes about sexual problems, it should not be considered this obscene. While giving his argument, he had also said, if people ask questions about their mind and are considered if a deformity, then only knowledge can remove the deformity. If not, then how will we to remove it? Therefore, Dr. Karve should answer those questions. Another Dr. Ambedkar lost the case. It is said that due to his progressive thinking and help, Karve was finally able to win the case. Before understanding Baba Saheb's role in the Desh Ke Dushman case, let us understand this case that come up in 1926. Dinkar Rao Javalkar and Kesav Rao Jodhe were among the prominent activists of the non-Brahmin movement at that time. People of the Brahmin community were opposing social reforms. Due to this strong opposition, the conservatives also criticized Mahatma Phule. Mahatma Phule was also called a Christ devotee. In protest against these things, Dinkar Rao Javalkar wrote a book called Desh Ke Dushman and Kesav Rao Jodhe published it. In this book, Loknayak Tilak and Vishnu Shastri Chiplokar were described enemies of the country. Many other adjectives were given to them, due to which Tilak's supporters got angry and they knocked the door of the court. The case was held in Pune and the lower court sentenced Jodhe Javalkar. Javalkar was sentenced to 1 year of imprisonment while Jodhe was sentenced to 6 months in prison. This sentence was challenged and Ambedkar became the lawyer in his case. When Dr. Ambedkar was contacted, he said that he had read the book Desh Ke Dushman. This case was heard in the court of Judge Lawrence in Pune Session Court. Ambedkar fought this case citing an old defamation case. Referring to Judge Fleming's order, he said that the case was similar thereto because the person filing the complaint is a distant relative of the person claiming of defamation. So there cannot be any punishment in this case too, because this complaint could not have been filed at all. After studying an earlier case in details, Dr. Ambedkar presented impeccable arguments before the court and both were pardoned. For centuries, untouchables did not have the right to drink water from public water sources. Cattle could drink water, but untouchables were prohibited from checking water. Dr. Ambedkar started a campaign against his injustice and this led to Mahasatyagraha. This was a message-oriented fight for control over the water of Mahar Lake. In a way, the Mahasatyagraha was a direct conflict between Hindu and untouchables. Some anti-social elements from the Hindu side also attacked people from the untouchables community so that they would not come to the Mahar Lake and touch the water. Many cases were filed against Dr. Ambedkar and his companions from the Hindu side. Ambedkar had to face many challenges in this matter. First, it was said that this lake belongs entirely to Hindu. It is not built on any public land. It was also said that people of other communities also take water from it. No one has been stopped. Then Dr. Ambedkar told the court that this lake is built on the land of Mahar Municipal Corporation. Only upper caste Hindu are allowed to take water from here. Even Khatik Muslims who slaughter animals are not allowed to take water from here. As Lord Ambedkar deliberately referred to the Khatiks Muslims because Hindu could not accept that Khatiks got water from here. Otherwise, the issue of purity of the lake would have arisen among the upper caste. Then the truth was revealed that this lake was been there for 250 years and only upper caste Hindus get water from here. Ambedkar also proved in the court that the lake is on the land of the municipal corporation, so it should be open for everyone. The High Court accepted Ambedkar's argument and ordered to open it for all. The court acknowledged that this movement is not limited to any one lake or water body, but will also apply to all public water bodies, and no one can be denied water on the basis of his caste and social status. This clearly showed a social and legal scope for this matter. Dr. Ambedkar fought many cases during his long career from 1933 to 1952, but Dr. Ambedkar fought many cases during his long career from 1922 to 19. Dr. Ambedkar fought many cases during his long career from 1923 to 1952, but documents of very few cases are available now. Vijay Gaikwad has edited a book cases argued by Dr. Ambedkar on his legal case and the decision taken in them. This can be considered an important reference book to understand the advocacy of Dr. Ambedkar. Gaikwad has given details of what Dr. Ambedkar expected from a good lawyer in his book. According to an article written by Ambedkar in 1936, a good lawyer is one who has the knowledge and skills to do so, have an understanding of the fundamental principles of law, have basic general knowledge, the art of presenting the topic in a systematic manner, there should be truth in dialogue and arguments, ability to express oneself in clear language, be prompt in answering questions asked. According to Dr. Ambedkar, a good lawyer should have the ability to think, understand and reason. It was because of his advocacy Dr. Ambedkar got the opportunity to tour the whole of Maharashtra. He had seen the suffering of the people closely. So when he became the head of the drafting committee of the Constitution Assembly, the whole country benefited from his experience. In 1936, Dr. Ambedkar have a lecture at then Government Law College of Bombay. Even today, this lecture is considered important for understanding the law of country. In 1936, Baba Saheb gave this lecture on the British Constitution, and a few years later he wrote the Constitution of this country. This is not just a coincidence, but it is the result of Dr. Ambedkar's finance for the upliftment of the entire society apart from Dalit. That is why his advocacy has become a voice of the voiceless, not only in the courts but across the country and around the world. Whenever the value of humanity, equality, brotherhood and democracy are discussed, the contribution of Dr. Ambedkar is remembered.